All right, hello. Hey, Amira. How are you? Thanks for joining me. I'll just see if any other people join, but how are you doing? Yo, what's up, Hema? How are you? I'm just gonna wait till a few people join. Um, I'll tell you what that T-Cat. I just was on your live stream. It's good to see you, man. It's gonna be. I've never live streamed before. Actually, this is the first time I'm live streaming. Can you guys hear me? Okay. I hope you can hear me. Okay. Um, I'll just I'll tell you. Oh, good. That's good to know because I'm doing it with my phone because I couldn't get the OBS thing to work on my computer. It's gonna be a relatively. I'm gonna try. Oh, cool. That's good to know. Thanks, that T-Cat. Um, I just kind of wanted to. Well, I wanted to update because I disappeared for a while, and I wanted to sort of consult with you on something for the channel that I sort of wanted to know if people um, there's something that someone told me that they want to see more on the channel, and so I was about to ask people if they would like to see more of that or less of that. So I'll just wait a couple of minutes and ask how you are while we see if other people join the live stream. And if you have any questions in the meantime, you're welcome to ask things you'd like to say, meet each other, check each other out, that sort of thing. Um, by the way, in the meantime, I'll let you know that the poster behind me means a lot to me. This is actually a show, a play that I did in the theater, and yeah, I had to go through a really big process as an actor, and it's signed by the whole cast and the director, and it was one of my favorite plays. So just kind of filling you in. Um, but yeah, anyway, thanks for joining. Yeah. It was actually while Pickles presents. Thank you. It's good to see you. Yes, hey, so what? Um, but yeah, actually, I got a good review at Time Out magazine, which called me brilliant. So I was always very proud of it because I was very struggling very much through the rehearsal process, and eventually, to get a good review after you struggled so hard, I went through a month of very difficult rehearsals. So that was that was. Hey, Avi, good to see you. Yeah, good to see you. Um, yeah, I just wanted to update you. First of all, some of you know, those of you who are my Facebook friends, or have seen maybe posts on Instagram or anything. Basically, I had a really tough month, and my sister passed away. Hey, Zincat. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I actually never know um, where where have I gone. Uh, hey, Brana, how are you? Good to see you guys. I feel loved. Thank you. Uh, no, but I just wanted to say basically where I've gone because I know I disappeared for a long time. I kind of went off the radar a bit. Some of you may know. Basically, my sister had cancer, so I went back home, and she passed away a few weeks ago. I actually had to be a fill-in dad for a bit. Um, yeah, I went back home, and while her husband was in the hospital with her, I was basically a father of three. All of a sudden, I helped as much as I could. I didn't go, oddly enough, I didn't go back home to I didn't go back home initially I didn't think I'd come to see the end. I actually went to get a visa for the US, which is another story. I'm moving to LA, and that's a side story. But I basically went to get a visa. I knew I extended my stay because I obviously knew she had cancer, but I really didn't know how bad it was. And when I came, they were in the hospital most of the time, and I took care of the kids. I got really close to them actually. They're really good kids. But yeah, I took them to school, made them sandwiches, took them to the doctor when necessary, and that sort of thing. But I kind of felt like I disappeared. I didn't say anything, and I didn't I didn't really want to involve the YouTube community or anything. And I also didn't know how my family would react, so I didn't want to do any videos about it or go. I kind of wanted to do a video with my sister, but I thought it would be a bit too much. Thanks, that Cat. Thanks. Yeah. How do you say? Oh, I'm sorry to hear about that, Zincat. Thank you, and thank you, and thank you, that Cat, and thank you for everyone who's been supportive. Meanwhile, and people have been messaging me, and it's always nice to know that you're missed, I guess. So I do appreciate. Christina, thank you. Thanks for saying that. That means a lot. Christina's here on a few videos, by the way. Thanks. Thanks, Pickles. Yeah, so I kind of wanted to say that because I got a few messages and people were like, "Where have you gone?" Now I've uploaded, so it's, people are, you guys know that I'm back, but I felt the need to say that I didn't just decide or lazy. And someone thought there was the whole, I don't know, some of you may know the Roberto Blake issue that was a non-issue really, and I kind of uploaded and then I took off the video straight away because I saw the reaction. And some people were like, was that the reason you decided to quit? Was it the monetization? So no, it's nothing like that. Yeah, my whole purpose on this platform is not to create views, and the money is like secondary. Creator fundamentals. It's good to see you, Dan. Yeah, so thanks. Thanks again. I kind of wanted to consult with you guys about something, which has been on well, a few people asked me because I've uploaded my show reel and a few things from the actual acting world and not the characters that I do. And a few people asked me to talk more about acting. They said, we'd like you to vlog about acting. And I was wondering if that's something that's interesting to you, because actors' world is very, actors talk a lot about what they do and that sort of thing. They can talk for hours about the process that they go through and things that happen to them on stage, on film, that sort of thing. But I always felt it was sort of a niche that I wasn't sure. But then people started asking me questions. Oh, thanks, Zincat. Okay, that's great. But I kind of thought, because there's a video coming tomorrow, and I'm kind of trying to figure out what to do because I kind of want to talk about how to get into character and how to build scenes, and kind of go through kind of basic acting. And I know a few of you do characters, and a few of you do voices and stuff like that. And sometimes I thought it might be helpful, and if not, it might be interesting. I always see a parallel line between acting and real life, and so I thought more of the same plus new stuff, please. Thanks. By the way, you should all check out each other. I could tell Pickles does a really sort of kind of old film style, like silent film, which is really funny. It's a lot of humor, so you should check him out. You should all check each other out. I can talk about your channels for ages. But you, after, when we're done, please do check each other out. But yeah, anyway, regarding the acting, improv is a whole, improv I'd love to go back to improv. It's one of the things I really enjoy doing, and because the way the acting world, because the way the acting works, really, I don't do it as much. Improv is always necessary, but usually when you get jobs, you just get lines and you do them. But I've always felt improv was necessary. Yeah, Vicky is moving to LA. I know. I actually spoke to her earlier today, and we spoke about that. And I don't know. I hope we get to collaborate there as well. Maybe take some acting classes or improv. Improv in LA is very popular, so it's good that you mentioned it. Dan, thank you. Yes, oops, sorry. How-to videos. Where was it? How-to videos are very popular. Yeah, I thought about that. But yeah, I thought about talking about the acting and how to get into characters. But I want to know, what do you guys think is more interesting, to talk about experiences that I had, or to talk about more about how to, kind of like what Dan is suggesting, where it's how to videos, about getting into actor, about scenes, certain physical techniques. Um, all right, Christina. Thanks. Have a good night. Experiences. I like theater experience. Brianna, theater experiences, everything. Good night, Christina. Have a good night. Have a safe flight tomorrow. You're coming to London, so really have a good time. Um, yeah, improv is huge in LA. Improv is something that I think I really used to enjoy it, and I don't get to tell. Wait, what is Dan saying? Yeah, that TCAT. It's yeah. I think I might do a combination, because everything correlates to life and everything has some experiences with it. Um, Dan, you can tell a story about how certain techniques are important to an actor, then show your audience how. Yeah, yeah, I could. I think that might be useful. Um, to make it personal, but do a how-to video. Oh, did you did improv for a tour company for early in the '90s? That's awesome. You do producing. You do like theater producing, right? And sets and that set designing, if I remember correctly. Do I remember correctly? I think that's what you do. I always thought that was very interesting. I actually toured Spain for 7 months. I did theater shows like for kids for 7 months in Spain at some point in my life, trying to learn Spanish, but mainly teaching in English. That was a lot of fun. I like touring. One thing I will say about acting is it takes you places. Um, oh, I need to see that. The intro for Justin Bennett. I need to see that. Uh, Act out experiences you had. Oh yeah, that might work. Acting out experience I had. Zincat local theater. Yeah, sorry, it's kind of difficult to work this on the phone. Local theater. I've had one play I wrote to be off Broadway for the New York City Fringe Festival, and I'm hoping at some point to do something to submit to Edinburgh. Oh, I'd love to go to Edinburgh. I've always wanted to go, and I never did. And now I'm leaving the UK, so I'm not sure if I will. But I have a lot of friends that went to Edinburgh, and I saw a lot of shows that went to Edinburgh, and I've always wanted to have that experience. Edinburgh, by the way, for those that don't know, in the UK, there's the Edinburgh Fringe Festivals, Fringe Festival, which is very well known. It's probably the biggest Fringe festival in the world, where a lot of uh, uh, theater people basically put on shows, their own material, a lot of stand up, a lot of comedy, and very very. It basically people just go there and see shows all day, and it's amazing. I went to a Fringe festival in Toronto. Not sure if anyone's from Toronto, but I did a show there. Um, it is Mother's Day today in the UK. Yeah, it is Mother's Day today in the UK. I didn't. Yeah, my mother's not from the UK, so I didn't sell her anything. But um, it is Mother's Day today in the UK. Um, I said, yeah. Anyway, I was kind of thanks for your feedback, by the way. This is really helpful. It's kind of focusing me on where I want to take my channel, because the Thursday is gonna stay always, but with the Monday videos, I'm always a little more open to try things and different things, and try to see what people would like to listen to. So this is really helpful for me. Where are you, by the way? Where are y'all located? I'm not sure where you're all located. That TCAT, I know where you're located. Uh, yeah, university life is hard. Oh yeah, you live in Egypt. I know. I remember you lived in Egypt. I lived in Egypt for 3 years actually when I was younger. Upstate New York. Yes. Oh yeah, down in Boston, Massachusetts, North Carolina, New Jersey, USA. Ah, cool. So most of you are American. I'm moving there, so then my time frame will be more with you guys. Florida's East Coast. I lived in Miami as well. London, Sammy. I know you live in London. Thank you, Sammy. Uh, Sammy works with me. Thanks for joining the live stream. Sammy's an actor as well. He's a very good actor as well, and we're gonna do a scene together soon. Which I don't know. It's his scene, but if he's good with it, I might show you the scene. that we do. But yeah. Anyways, that's kind of it. I didn't want it to be like a hugely long live stream. I just wanted to really update you about my sister, and really ask you. I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave the video up, so if anyone's kind of watches it later, I would like to hear your input about what you would like to hear about acting, and what sort of videos you'd like to see. That TCAT, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing you in person. I think it's really cool. Yeah, to me, it's this whole move to LA, by the way, is like I'm gonna be 40 on the 31st of March, and so this is like a new thing that's coming, that I'm gonna be 40 and moving to LA. Like big changes. Life starts at 40 kind of thing. But yeah, what was that about VidCon? Wait, how do I get up the messages? What was that about VidCon? Oh, shoot. Can't see the messages now. Gosh darn it. I saw something about VidCon, but I can't see the messages now. Ah, there we go. I don't know if I'll be going to VidCon. I'm gonna go to LA. I've never been to VidCon. Thanks. I look way younger than 39. You turned 50? Oh my god, I thought you were much younger as well. Life starts at 40. VidCon is in LA in when? In October? Yeah, I haven't looked into what the LA scene in YouTube. I don't know anything. 41, Dan. Almost the same age. Oh, Vid Summit is in LA in October. Yeah, that's something to think about. I really don't know. You're 53? On Tuesday? Oh my god. Wow. Mazel tov. I didn't, How old are you, Travis, by the way? VidCon is June 20th and Vid Summit is in October. I'll definitely have to look into this. I don't know. My first priority is to get an agent in LA. A lot of old people here. Yeah, it is. We're the old bunch, the old YouTube bunch. We're not the 15-year-olds. Yeah, that is true. The old geezers. 20. So how old are you, Brianna? By the way, can I ask? Do you ask a lady how old she is? Yeah, you win, Pickles. You're the oldest one of the old bunch. How does it feel? 24. Wow. I remember when I was 24. I was backpacking in Australia back when I was 24. Yeah. Thanks for joining me, guys. It's warmed my heart. It really is. Back in my day. You know what? I find myself saying back in my day so much more than I would have thought. You know, it always pissed me off when my parents used to say. But now you can't help it. You just remember a different time. You can only become a pickle with age. It's so good to see you guys, man. Yeah. I don't know. What do you guys miss about those who were alive in the 90s? What do you miss? I miss I don't know. I miss, I'll tell you what I miss. I have a feeling like people don't talk as much anymore. You know, everything is, you send a WhatsApp message or you send a voice message. You don't just call someone anymore. You don't just sit and talk. Good cartoons. I miss people walking fast in the 20s. In the 20s. Pickle, that took a second to register. Yeah. A bit of a Laurel and Hardy fan. Old cartoons. Which were your favorite cartoons? I was like a He-Man groupie. And then I kind of liked Thundercats, even though I felt a bit old. I was already like 7th grade. But I kind of liked it. What cartoons do you miss? I miss people who are quietly offended. Dragon Ball. I miss Street Fighter. I miss playing Street Fighter. I miss going outside and playing sports. I used to play basketball. Thundercats. Yeah, I like that. Thundercats was a good cartoon. I've always felt though I was old. Like I was watching it with my brother. I was like, "Do you want to watch Thundercats?" He was like 9 years younger. He was 8 years old. I was like 15 or something. Transformed teenage. You know the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in the UK were called Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles because they thought that ninja was too much of a violent word, so it was Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles. And that was the song. Rugrats, Hong Kong Phooey. I don't know what that is. Yeah. Who's your favorite Ninja Turtle? Mine was Donatello. Heroes in a Half Shell. Yeah. Hong Kong Phooey. I don't know what that is. Power Rangers. Leonardo Raphael. Really? I thought everyone liked Donatello. I'm surprised. I still don't know what this Hong Kong Phooey is. Oh man. No, this is my first live stream. I took Dan's advice. By the way, you should all check Dan's channel. He gives really good tips on how to YouTube creator fundamentals. He gives really good tips, and he told me a long time ago that I should live stream. So this is my first one. I collected comics in the 80s, some of the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, before they were for kids. And really, there was black and white Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles comics? I did not know this. Back from the time of Yogi and the Flintstones. Yeah, I like the Flintstones. Wow, the Flintstones. That brings me back. Then they did that horrible movie, but the Flintstones was great. Only when I got like older in life, I realized how clever the Flintstones actually was. You know, with like the dinosaur that bites like the entrance, and things like that. Only I realized that only how clever. Yeah, that movie was terrible. About a store mannequin that came to life after hours. Oh wow. They're from Massachusetts. Tom and Jerry was gold. Ah, Tom and Jerry. I used to like the episodes that they were friends. Don't know why. Wilma Flintstone is hot. in the cartoon version, Sammy, or the or the actual movie. Yeah, Wilma Flintstone. Yeah, she is hot. My first cartoon crush was Jessica Rabbit, though. She was something else. That's my first cartoon crush. Barney was hot. Yeah, Barney was, I suppose. Yeah, I wasn't expecting it. That's true. I wasn't expecting it to go into what my cartoon crush was. Nibbles? Who's Nibbles? Nibbles? In the little mouse called Nibbles? I don't know who that is. I honestly don't know who Nibbles is. The little mouse. Oh! Yes. Yes, there was another mouse. What was the dog called in Tom and Jerry? Butch? No. Was he called Butch? Is that? What was the dog in Tom and Jerry called? The little mouse who took down the shape of cheese when he ate cheese? Yeah, probably. Hold on, Google. Butch or Killer? Yeah, Butch. I think his name was Butch. Or Spike. Man. Yeah. No, this Brutus? No, I think that's Shakespeare. And you, Julius Caesar's. Thou too, Brutus? Spike was the little dog. Oh, Spike. Yes. Was there more than one dog? Because there's like 3 names here. I remember Butch and someone else remembers Butch. And Spike I remember as well. Maybe there was more than one dog. I don't know. Memory is a fickle thing. Yeah. Man. Yeah, thanks for joining. Thanks for joining my memories. Yeah, I know. Oh, now I feel like singing. Memories. That was totally the wrong tune. Anyway, it's a nice song. I just remember, I'll tell you a memory today. Just a memory that I had today. I had Russian directors. It says occasionally, oh, Spike, Butcher, Killer. Wow, so they're all right. Yeah, now nostalgia is hitting hard. His son was Tyke. Wow. Actually, I want to tell you a little theater, just a theater. I've had Russian directors. Russian directors are like, there's something else. They're very direct. They sometimes use profanity and stuff like that. But I had a Russian teacher who taught us to juggle. And he once came to this girl and he said to her, "Are you dieting again?" And she says, "Yes." And then he said to her, "Listen and remember this. A cow, no matter how much you diet, will never be a deer." And that's a sentence I I kept with me. Yeah, true wisdom. Sergei Jugalov. Hey, George Rockel Schmidt. It's good to hear from you. George also has an awesome channel, and he has actually he's actually past 100,000 subscribers, guys. But he's a really nice guy, and his channel is very. If you like film and film industry, he gives these amazing talks, not just about films, but he really has an awesome channel and a great personality. All bots. Yeah, all bots. Funny. No, he's got a good sense of humor and a really big heart. And he's modest, which I really like. So yeah, check his channel out. But enough about him. Don't want to embarrass him. Yeah, that's more or less it. George, actually, while you're here, I'll ask you, if I was to talk about acting, do you think it would be better to talk about, because I asked this earlier in the chat, do you think it would be better to talk about like how I get into character, how people like how to get into character, and that sort of thing, or personal experiences? What do you think would be more interesting? Even though obviously it's subjective and depends how I do both, but just as a kind of what you would think. Just curious. All the comments disappeared. Hey, Chris! All the way from down under. I hope you didn't get offended by the koala. The koala comment in the last video. I like what you said. Russian directors. Oh yeah, the Russian directors. Actually, I have loads of stories about Russian directors. That's like a category in its own. I think I could make 5 videos just on Russian directors. How to another for your life experience. Yeah, I might make 2 series. I don't know. I think it's gonna be trial and error, but I do want to. It wasn't my intention, by the way, but then 3 different people raised it from different sources about acting, so I thought, okay, I guess there's a demand for it, and I'm a whore, so I'll do what the public demands me to do. Is there such a thing as koala milk cartons, or is that a joke? Name and shame. Oh, who? Name and shame. Who actually told me this? Now my memory eludes me. I don't know. A month ago, people just said you should talk about acting. So I was like, okay, I'll do it. I'll do it for you guys. But yeah, That's it. Guys, we've been here half an hour. My God, it flies. Where am I from? I'm originally from Israel. I moved around a lot because my mother's a diplomat. But I'm originally from Israel, Jerusalem, Israel. And then, yeah, but my mother's a diplomat, so we lived in the States when I was young, and then we lived in Egypt for 3 years. And she retired a year ago. She was the Israeli ambassador in Argentina until last year, and now she's retired. That's my life in a nutshell. I missed the last one. Okay, that T-Cat. Thanks for dropping by. You'll let me know if you like it or not. Yeah, cool. Thanks for joining me, guys. I really did. Yeah, I'm gonna. Ooh, stories when I was in Egypt. Oh man, I have a lot of stories when I was in Egypt. It was a very, very interesting experience for me. I loved it as well. I was very much in an American environment in Egypt because I was in American school, but I did really enjoy Egypt. Oh, was he? Your nephew was with the Royal Navy. Wow. I was in the Navy, by the way. I was 3 years in the Navy. It's mandatory, and I get seasick, so it wasn't the greatest experience, but did it nonetheless. It's mandatory in Israel. Egypt was a blast, by the way. I loved Egypt. I had really good experiences, good memories from there. But I was young, you know. I was 14. I left there when I was 14. I was there from 11 to 14. One big memory I have, Hema, though, is a game when Egypt played Algeria in 1989, and they won 1-0, and I was at the stadium, so I went to that game. 1-0. I think there was like 120,000 people in that stadium, which I think it holds like 80,000. They were like, it was overpopulated, and it's a big memory that I have as like a 12-year-old or 11-year-old. Yeah, you weren't born that time, but I was. Brianna, thanks. It's been amazing. It's been amazing. I love, by the way, your Instagram with your daughter. It's amazing. Yeah, good night. Good night. I'm gonna head to sleep as well. I really did enjoy this chat, and I really do thank you for the input. It's actually given me a lot of ideas, which is kind of what I was hoping for. So I do thank you all. I'm gonna leave now as well, and maybe we can discuss some other time. Good night, everyone. Thanks. Good night, Sammy. Thanks, guys. Thanks for joining me on this lovely evening. Avi, thanks. Tag how-to videos. Welcome to the US. Yeah, maybe we'll meet soon. Thanks, George. Take care. All the best. Night, guys. Bye. Now I just need to learn how I turn it off on the computer. All right. Thanks, guys.